Hello, welcome to another video. Today we are going to be talking about setting up an email marketing system for your business. If you are a small business owner, an entrepreneur, freelancer, a remote worker, a digital nomad, this information will be very useful for you. We'll specifically be looking at Mailchimp. Alright, so to get this started, go to mailchimp.com, follow the prompts to sign up, and an email will be sent to your inbox requesting that you activate your subscription. So just go ahead and do that, and you'll be taken eventually to this page here. Now, before we go into the Mailchimp dashboard, I want to take you through the pricing. This is the page where you can compare different marketing plans that Mailchimp offers. We have the free plan, the essentials, the standard, and the premium plan. The free plan actually comes with a feature that you can use. You have one seat, which is the owner seat, and you can have up to 500 contacts, as well as send up to 1,000 emails every month. You are capped at a daily limit of 500 emails. That's really good for a small business owner or a freelancer, if you ask me. And then when we go to the audience section here, we can see that you are allowed to have one type of audience. So that's when we start talking about segmentation. So the segmentation is basic. And when you think about segmentation, think about it like your target audience. You are only allowed to have about one for the free plan. You can have more when you upgrade to the paid plans. You also have access to contact profiles, tags, an inbox that you can use to communicate directly with your contacts. And we have the Mailchimp mobile app, which is very good. That means you can do this on the go. You have your dashboard, and from that dashboard you can see a lot of data. And then the next place we have here is design. You can do a lot of design because Mailchimp has some pre-built templates, and then if you actually want to start from scratch, you can do so. I'm particularly very excited about the creative assistant that helps you get things done very quickly. And then we have the various marketing channels that Mailchimp provides, landing pages. You can create social posts, pop-up forms, embedded forms, and so many of them like that. And why not automations? Now with AI, generative AI possibilities, you are able to incorporate automations into your emailing system so that things can just keep happening when you are not even there. And then you have that robust reporting system to really understand what works and what doesn't work. You can run some A/B testing. You have access to support as well, and there are just so many other things that you can get from Mailchimp. I'm going to add a link in the description so that you can really settle down and take a look at this and then go for whichever one you want. Okay, so let's jump into the platform. So this is my Mailchimp dashboard, and here you can see the various things that you can do on your Mailchimp work area or your Mailchimp account. Now, there are about 3 things we want to accomplish today: campaigns, automations, and audience, for the purpose of this video. So usually I would suggest you come to the audience and set up your audience first, because probably on your website or on your social media you have forms or some form of lead magnet system going on where you have been collecting emails, contact details, phone numbers, and such from those visitors or the traffic coming to your website. So import those contacts into your Mailchimp work area. So you just click on add contacts, When we come here to add contacts, we actually have 3 options. You can either import from another service. Mailchimp has a very, very robust integration system. So if you already have your contacts on another kind of service, it's possible that Mailchimp can integrate with that service. And then you have the import contacts from a CSV. I know a lot of people will be used to this, and then you can just manually copy and paste this. I would usually like to go with the CSV. So when you click on continue, you have the option to browse your computer, or you can just drag and drop. So I'm going to look for my already prepared sample list, and I'm just going to drag that and drop, organize this data. So when you click on this, you can see Mailchimp has already recognized my current audience, and then it's saying update any existing. So I don't have an existing contact list. If you do have an existing contact list, it would be wise for you to just click that so that it only updates what you have. But since I don't have any right now, I'm going to leave that unchecked, and I'm going to continue to tag. Okay, so here we are in tag. Easily organize your contacts using simple words or phrases that make the most sense to you. Now, when you are starting out, you might not really see the need for this, but as you go on, tags, keywords are always very, very useful to easily identify some of your data. So for instance, I would say that this is a customer data. Now we have to match our data. Usually Mailchimp will just recognize what the first name and the email is, but some of our data come customized. For example, I am trying to capture the information on city as well as the skill of these customers. So you can see here that there is an error that needs to be resolved. And so to resolve this error, I just need to click on that pencil. So what you can see from here is my data says CV, but the title that Mailchimp has given it is last name. So to fix this, we just click on the drop down over here. We can see address city. We pick that and then we click confirm, and you see that the error is gone. We do the same thing for skill. All right. So once you don't have any error prompts, you just go on to subscribe. Now we are subscribing our contacts to marketing, and Mailchimp wants you to select the email marketing status. So it says subscribed because the people who you have on your list actually subscribed. You can see this important notice here. When you choose subscribe status for your contacts, it indicates that you've gained permission to market to them. This is very, very important. There's always that risk of losing quite a lot of things if you are sending updates and emails to people who or contacts who did not subscribe or give you the permission to send them these things. It's spammy, and this is usually flagged by all forms of email marketing platforms. Now that we are in the clear, we are just going to finalize this import. And there you can see we have 120 contacts that will be imported into the Audible Talents audience. So if there's nothing wrong, I just go on ahead to click complete. Okay, so you can see that Mailchimp is already importing my contacts. While that is going on, we can just go ahead to visit the audience dashboard. So that is how to import your contacts on Mailchimp. Let's move to sign up forms. In a situation where you don't already have any contacts, you have never done this before, and you think, oh, how am I going to start collecting these contacts? How am I going to start generating leads? Mailchimp has a feature called sign up forms that you can use as your lead magnet. So you can create sign up forms on your Mailchimp account and then embed them on your website so that you can start collecting contact information. the good thing is you can create a form. It could be a pop-up form, embedded form. It could even be a landing page. You also have contact form, form integrations, and form builder. So I already have one form created. It's very basic, but it will do the work. So all you need to do is click on the button to create your form, and once you do that, it brings you to the place where you can build, design, and translate. So on the back end here, we see a lot of features. To add more fields here, let's say for instance I want to add a text field, all you need to do is click on the text field and you would see it has added a text field over here, and you can just edit it and do whatever you want it to do. You also have the field settings. You can do some edits here and just give it all those things that you want it to have. If you made a mistake, you want to take this off, you have to click the minus sign and type delete like so, and you see that it takes it away. When you click on the plus button, it duplicates what you already have. So now we have 2 birthday fields. So you can just work on this, and then once you are through with it, you would have your sign up form where visitors to the website or to the social media platforms will enter their information, and once they do that, that comes directly into Mailchimp. And then once that comes into Mailchimp, the next thing we want to do is we want to set up a campaign. When we set up a campaign, we mean setting up your email. Is it going to be a newsletter? Is it going to be an event? Maybe you want to do a webinar and you want to announce that to your audience or to your customers. This is where you get to create that. So all you have to do is click on create. You see Mailchimp gives you 3 options. You can create a regular email, or you can create one that has an automation feature, or you could just go ahead and build a landing page. So depending on the plan that you have, it will go a long way in deciding what you can actually do with this. But we are just going to go with designing a regular email for now. So we click on the design email button. So here we have a section that shows us that we need to add a title. So for instance, I'm going to click on edit email. Let's say it's going to be a webinar event. You just want to get organized when you are doing all of these things, because over time you will have so many things going on here and you won't be able to know which is which. So we have a webinar event. That's what we want to do, and we already have our contact list added. If you did not have your contact list added before, Mailchimp is going to prompt you to do so, in which case you'll be able to add your contact list. But since we have already done that, we have this covered. Here you can decide the from email that your customers are going to see. You can easily edit that. And now we want to add a subject to our email campaign. Let's just call it skill monetization. That's what we want to talk about in our webinar. If you want a preview text, you can add that, but I'll just keep it very basic. And then we save that. And you can also decide whether you want this to be sent now or you want to schedule the time, so which is very good. And then what's the content, what's going to be the email. That's where we click on the design button and we come into the page that shows us so many templates. If I scroll down, you see so many templates that you can use to easily create email campaigns that you can send out. Remember, we talked about the creative assistants. So what happens here is, when I was signing up on Mailchimp, I provided my website URL, and Mailchimp went into my website and gathered a lot of information from the website. So this is as a result of bringing so many information from the website, the brand colors of the website, the fonts of the website has been brought in, and these are all the things that Mailchimp has been able to bring from the website. So easily I can take this, for instance, and start building. But we don't want to use this right now. So if you have a website, add that in your sign up process so that Mailchimp can import all your brand details and make it easy for you to just customize your email designs. We also have the option to start from scratch. So let's just build something very simple. You can see we already have our logo. The interface here is just drag and drop. It's so easy. If you want a heading here, you can drag that and put that. And then we want our heading to be the skill monetization program, for instance. And then if there's any other edits you want to do, you can go ahead and do that here. And then once you are done, you can click done. If you want to add a paragraph, you can just drag that and drop here, and then just type in whatever you want to type. Go ahead and make the edits you want to do. Once you are done, you click done, and on it goes. And so once you are done with that, you can just send a test email to yourself and see how it looks, if everything checks out, before you actually click on the save and exit, or you save it as a template if you are not able to completely finish what you want to do at that point. So I'm just going to save this as a template and I'm going to return. So I'll just save and exit right now. And that's how you can create your email campaign. You can add your social media posts. So once that is all done, click send, and then it sends your campaign to your subscribing list. Or if you are not yet ready, you have to go and do some other things, you can finish this later. So I'm just going to click on finish this later because I don't want to send it. And so here you can see we have that draft that you can always go back to edit once you are ready. The next thing we want to look at is automations. So our email campaign has already been sent out. But can you think of a situation where you start having more and more people signing up and your contact list keeps growing every day? Because this is something that will always happen. You always have new contacts that you want to welcome, customers who you want to celebrate their birthdays, news that you want to share with your customers. You might not be able to keep up with doing this manually. That's when you need to leverage the power of automations. So to be able to do that, you can either build from scratch or choose some of the pre-built templates that Mailchimp has. So for instance, we can use the welcome contact automation by clicking that, and this is a very simple automation. So what happens? This is the automation journey. A contact signs up to an audience through the sign up form that was built, and once that is done, an automation will happen. That automation is that the welcome email that you have created will be sent to that contact, and that is it. So to use this kind of automation, you just have to click on the use this journey button. So the audience is Audible Talents and everything is set for this journey. You click continue. Alright, so you can see that we have been brought into the automation page, and you can see the automation that has been lined up. A contact signs up to Audible Talents, an email will be sent to them, but we haven't created that email. So you can see that Mailchimp is asking you to create the email. To create the email, just go ahead and click on this pencil icon, create your email, and then your automation is set. If you have another starting point, for instance, you can always add that here. However, the free plan, which we are on right now, does not have the ability to use automations. So once you want to use the automations, you will be asked to upgrade. But the cool thing about this is you already see how this works. And if you decide that an automation is something you cannot live without, then you can go ahead to upgrade.